Greetings, Afrocoder, aka Designer Elise here, and today we're going to do MVC, and it's going to be a very quick video. So MVC, I actually have MVCR, right? So it's M, which is the model, V, which is the view, C, which is the controller, and R, which is the requester. All right, so let's go through this. The requester says to the data model, hey, what is the recipe for our most popular cupcake? So she's asking the data set, hey, can you go to our order, see what the most popular ones in the category cupcakes is, then go into my recipes and then pull out that recipe and deliver it to me. Boom. Can you do that? And the model's going to say, error, because a couple of reasons. One, there's a language barrier here, right? The model cannot just accept anyone asking them a question because it doesn't, it's like two foreigners speaking, right? So one, there's a language barrier. Two, there's a security issue. If the requester has CRUD, then they could go in and perhaps delete something, update something accidentally that they didn't mean to, and then they may not know how to undo that thing, so you may have a real problem. So that's security. And then server performance, depending on how they format their requests, whether they close out their sessions, stuff like that, could start to affect the server performance and therefore lagging. So that's a good thing that they get an error. So instead of directly asking the model for the data, we go through a controller. Your controller is like a butler. You can ask the controller that very same question, and the controller will go to the model. Okay, so the controller one is a UI, it's an interface, so it gives you input opportunities to format a request using good form. Okay, so those are in the form of drop downs and inputs and radio buttons and all that stuff, essentially a form, right? So you're going to make a request. There's no language barrier because the controller will also speak the model's language. And it plays by security rules. So it controls access depending on who this requester is. It will dictate what CRUD functionality it has. And then the controller will be sure to manage the resources properly when making its requests. Okay? So once the controller asks the model on your behalf, hey, what are the recipes for the top cupcakes sold, or the most popular cupcakes, then the view, which is also a user interface, will come back and say, hey, here's your data. And that's a read-only data set most of the time. Now, if you have Ajax or some other technology that does real-time interaction with the server, well, with the controller. So just one more time, the requester, instead of asking a model directly for the reasons of language barrier, security issues, server performance, it goes through a controller. And the controller has formatted the requester response in such a way that the model can deliver what is being asked, and it makes sure that the security is correct, the authentication and authorization is in place for that requester to ask what it's asking for, and it's going to deliver it in a beautiful UI that could be somewhat interactive to further format your request. So that is it, and I hope you have a wonderful day.